Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will show you how to remove products from a watchlist using PHP, MySQL and JavaScript. Users can save items they like and later remove them with a single click. In this video, we will focus only on the removing process, including the hurt button, sending the request using JavaScript, processing the removal in PHP, updating the UI dynamically. I will explain everything step by step in VS Code. First, we look the output. And this is the watchlist page. There is a product also add to watchlist. Then we one by one removing. You can see there is a skill save for letters is there is a one product there is so the one skill saved for letter. Then there was no save product was, and see your watchlist is empty. Now we can add to watchlist page, add to watchlist to product, then click browse skills, and there is a search portal, and this there are the we add to watchlist again products when we click the heart icon, and we go to the watchlist. There was a product also add to watchlist. Before we look at the code, let me explain how the removing process works. When a user clicks the heart icon, three things happen. First, JavaScript detects the clicked event. Second, it sends a post request using fetch API to the backend file called watchlistprocess.php. Third, the PHP file checks if the product exists in the watchlist and removes it from the database. Finally, the UI removes the product card without refreshing the page. Now let's open watchlist.php and see how this works. This button is responsible for removing the product from the watch list. Notice the class name WL This class allows JavaScript to detect when the user clicks the button. Another very important part here is the data attribute. The data product ID attribute stores the product ID. When the button is clicked, JavaScript reads the ID and sends it to the server. This allows the backend to know which product should be removed. Now let's look at the JavaScript responsible for detecting the remove action. Instead of attaching a click event to every button individually, we used event delegation. We attach the click event to the grid container. This approach improves performance because we only use one event listener for all buttons. This line checks whether the clicked element is inside a button with the class WL hurt. If the click is not on the hurt button, the function simply returns. If not btn return. If the clicked element is not hurt button, the code stops here. These two lines prevent unwanted behavior, prevent default, stop the browser's default action, stop propagation, prevents the event from bubbling up to other elements. This ensures that clicking the hurt button only triggers the removal action. Here we retrieve the product ID from the data attribute. The dataset property allows JavaScript to access custom HTML data attributes. So now the variable ID contains the ID of the product that should be removed. Next we create a form data object. This is used to send data to the server using post request. We add the product ID to the form data. Now we send the request to the backend file called watchlist process PHP. We use the fetch API which allows JavaScript to communicate with the server asynchronously. This means the page does not need to refresh. The server sends back a response in JSON format. This line converts the response into a JavaScript object so we can read it. If the response indicates that the removal was successful, we proceed to update the UI. This line finds the product card that belongs to the product ID. Then we remove the card from the page instantly. This gives users a smooth and modern experience because the page does not reload. Now let's see the watchlist process PHP code. This file handles the backend logic. First we receive the product ID that was sent from JavaScript. Here we check if the product exists in the watchlist table. If the product exists, we execute a delete query to remove it from the database. Finally, we return a JSON response telling JavaScript that the item has been removed successfully. And that is how the product removal process from a watchlist works. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.